Hi everyone, this video is a tutorial to show you how to use our new app from 8 Degrees LLC called Knit. And as you can see, the logo is a ball of yarn with two needles. And basically this app helps you keep track of your projects, but also assist you while you're doing the project. So it's very convenient. And we're going to look at all the features that are in the app. So the first thing is to enter the app. So if this is your first time using that app, you won't have the list of projects. These are populated as you go along when you add new projects. But basically there are 5 tabs at the bottom. One where is the collection of your projects that you either finished or you're currently doing. Then you have a tab which is basically counters. Knit has 4 counters that you can use. Then you have a tab called Calculate, which is an opportunity for you to calculate how many balls of yarns you need, or if you have an increase or decrease, this will help you how to do them. And then there is a reference tab, which is like abbreviations and needle conversions between different systems. And finally, there is a help tab. So let's look first at the projects. So to add a new project, you have to click on the plus at the top. And you come up with this screen where you can enter the project name and lots of information. So, for example, let me add a new scarf that I made for Mom. Mom. And you can either, with this here, when you click on it, you can either take a picture or you can choose a photo from your library. So in this case, I'm going to choose a photo. I'm going to look into my knitting projects. And let's say I'm going to put this one. So this screen is basically to show you to make a thumbnail. So I really like the Estonian lace noops. So I'm going to make it like this. And then I click choose. And the picture, as you can see, shows up in the little thumbnail over here. Then you have this here is your satisfaction, and it goes from frogged, when when you frog the project, all the way to really happy, which is my case here. And then next to it you have a completion level. So you can go from non-started all the way to completed. And in my case it has been completed. Then the name of the pattern in this case is called Estonian lace scarf, and it was found in a book by Nancy Bush. Very beautiful thing. For this project I use a US 4, and for the yarn I actually use the Nirvana from it's called Filatura di Crosa. Filatura di Crosa. Very nice yarn. And I use 744 yards because I made it a little bit bigger than it's supposed to be. And in terms of notes, well, I would like to have my final dimensions maybe. And that was 59.5 inches times 14 inches. And then I started on April 16, 2012. Let me just space. And I ended on May 20th, 2012. And then I go ahead here and click Save. So this is my new project that I just saved. And when I go on it, I can see the information that I just entered. right? It's all there. I have an edit button, which is basically brings you back to you know, changing any information that you'd like to. But the good thing about being in this screen is that if you click on the picture here, you can have access to the picture, the full picture. And then you can share it. Maybe you want to share it on Facebook and say, hey, you know, I've done this. Or you can share it on Twitter. All right. So this is the My Project tab. Now, if we go to Counter Project, as I said, you have 4 different counters, and so you can increase by 1, decrease by 1, or reset, right? And you can also change the titles here. They are fully, you know, a row number for sweater, let's say. And it's fully editable, and you can make it your own, so then you keep track of everything. Now, the Calculate tab, as I say, it's to help you start your project and then do increases and decreases. So let's say, for example, your pattern requires 1,480 yards, and it also converts. Like if you have, it takes care of the conversion, I should say. So you can use yards or meters, and it will actually make sure that, you know, this is right. And you at the store, and then you see that there is a skin, and it has maybe, let's say, 248 meters. So you can select meters. And then you can also say, you know, this yardage, this skin is $14.50 or whatever. And then it will calculate for you how much you're going to spend, how many skins you need, how much extra yardage you will have, and this way that will help you figure out how many balls you need. You can also do increases and decreases. So I'm going to show you the increase. Decrease is going to be the exact same thing, more or less. I mean, it's decrease. But let's say you start with 75 stitches, and you need to increase by, I don't know, 14. Then you have 2 ways of doing it. You can do it unbalanced, in which case it will just tell you, you know, this is what you need to do, or you can do it balanced across the whole project. Now you can start counting directly at the counters at the bottom, or you can go back to Counters tab. Just be aware that the counters here are not saved, so if you completely kill the app and come back, they will be back to 0. So be aware of this. So this is for the Calculate tab. Then you have the reference. So references shows you like all the abbreviations, common abbreviation I should say. And then in terms of yarn weight, so usually yarn weights are linked to a certain size of the needles. So with this one you can actually use it and check, you know, oh, okay, well I'm with super bulky, and then you know, depending again on the on what country you live in, they may have different ways of saying things. So this is why you have the number here, and you have like different names for it. But usually it's 4 inches by 4 inches and 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. They are the same. So it's usually in the square, and they will tell you. So this corresponds to this needle size, and that's usually the number of stitches that you would need for that scale. So that's the reference for yarn weight. Then you also have equivalents for different needles. This mentions also that the Canada sizes are usually the same as UK. So just so you know. And then you have hooks. You have 2 different types of system for hooks. You have the standards and the steel. They may or may not be the same, but for, you know, just to be on the safe side, we have put both. And then the help is basically to give you our address and everything, so then you can contact us if you have any problem. So we hope that with this, you're going to enjoy the app. And again, if you have any problems, don't hesitate to contact 8 Degrees LLC. We really hope that you have fun with this app, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.